1418. Incredible us.
Hi, have you seen the date sheet? It just came out.
Dude, it came out? Dude, this is so close, honestly. I don't even want to look at it.
I'm
Keep it
so
away.
stressed. I haven't studied at all.
Dude, same.
Hi, I'm Malaya,
And hi, I'm Kabir.
and we're gonna be talking for 1 for 1.
The topic we're going to be focusing on today is marks or me.
Kabir, I'm so stressed. Anya got a 98.2. I can't score like that. What am I supposed to do?
Dude, that's honestly crazy. I don't know how you're going to do it. Oh, wait, let me ask you an honest question though. Has it ever happened to you that like before an exam you've been so stressed that you couldn't think of anything else?
My brain completely shuts off the day before the exam. I don't sleep. I just sit with my book trying to cram everything.
Dude, same. Has it ever happened to you that when the teacher is giving out marks, you feel like your heart is so loud in your chest that everyone can hear it?
I bunked an entire physics class because I didn't want to know my marks.
Dude, I can totally relate on another level. Now, this is something that a lot of people experience. But does it just overtake every single part of your life for you at some point?
During exam time, definitely.
Exactly. And the sad thing is that that's a very, very common problem that a lot of teenagers face. And it's called marks anxiety.
What am I supposed to do?
So I'll tell you what marks anxiety is. So it's basically this anxiety that students feel of pressure before any exam that they have, which is either anxiety or distress or sometimes even depression. Have you ever felt that?
A lot of times, yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's honestly supposed to be horrible. And the truth is so many of us face it. Now, what are some reasons that you feel scared going into an exam?
Pressure to perform well.
Exactly. Is it also that, maybe you've not studied well enough that day?
Yeah, but even when you study well enough, you never feel prepared, especially because of your parents and your teachers.
Exactly. Also, you may not sleep well enough the day before, right?
Yes, I don't sleep before my exam.
And the other thing is some teachers may say that you're missing out keywords or that your style of studying is all wrong.
Yeah.
That all leads so much to marks anxiety.
What do I do? What if I can't score 98 like Anya did? Am I not good enough?
That's a common misconception people have because honestly we place so much importance on marks, right? But that's honestly not the case. Now, I can give you a few ways to try and calm yourself down. Now, when you start, do you ever start your exam studying for your exams the night before? Don't lie.
Of course.
So you need to stop doing that because honestly that's horrible for you. The first thing you need to do is make sure that you study until the night before and then let your books go. And eliminate negative thoughts like this. Now, have you ever walked into an exam and thought to yourself, dude, I know nothing in this paper, I'm going to fail?
Yeah, you walk into an exam where everybody's revising and you realize you know nothing.
Exactly. That's the power of manifestation. When you think thoughts like that, ultimately that's what will end up happening. So eliminating all negative thoughts and instead thinking positively, understanding that yes, you've prepared, and what's the worst that will happen if you don't do well on this exam, those are the thoughts you need to go in with because that is what will translate onto the paper. Got the first thing?
Yeah.
The second thing is that you need to learn to get enough sleep. If you stay up till 6 a.m. cramming the night before, what will truly end up happening is that whatever you studied from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. you won't remember and you just go with horrible sleep.
Okay.
Because have you never felt like sleeping in the middle of an exam? I have for sure.
I finish my paper when I go to sleep.
I do the same thing. It's really what's necessary if you've been up to like 5 a.m. studying, right? The third thing is you need to get hobbies. Maybe when you're studying, you can listen to your favorite music. Maybe in breaks, you can watch a movie. Maybe you can read a book. It's things like this that when you cut into your studying really relieves the pressure and stress on you and makes you enjoy the experience even more. Now, the fourth thing is to take deep breaths. Have you ever been in an exam hall? Don't you firstly hate exam halls?
So much. Your classroom is there, your class teacher leaves and says your invigilator is coming and my heart just stops.
Yeah, it's the worst. And the clock ticks so loudly and everybody's giving their papers before you. It's honestly horrible. Now, let's assume you get a question about the sine of the cosine of the tangent related to the parabola. I don't understand. But let's assume you don't know it. What's the worst that will happen?
I lose 4 or 5 marks.
Exactly. All you need to do in the middle of that, take deep breaths and make sure that it doesn't get the better of you at the end of it.
What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to go home and tell my parents that I just haven't gotten the good enough marks that they wanted me to? How do I tell them I barely passed?
Now, that's a good question and honestly a lot of kids face that problem. And the answer is simple. You just have to take the tips that I've already given you about studying, make sure that you study well and study as well as you can and put in all the hard work that you possibly can, and I promise you that's good enough. Because ultimately all parents care about, though we are a country oriented with marks, all parents care about is if you put in the hard work. And it sounds really cliche, but I swear it's true. if you put in the hard work, ultimately, even if not in that single physics paper or that single English literature paper, somewhere that hard work will manifest into something important. So all you need to make sure is that you're working hard and working hard diligently and smartly too. And that's pretty much it. Now bro, tell me something. Whether you get 60% or 75% or 90%, do you think your parents are going to love you any less?
No.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do, but I promise you that's not the case. The only thing you need to understand is, dude, we're a huge country, right? And the sad thing is that the only way to assign opportunities is basis marks. If you start looking at marks like that, something that you're doing for yourself and not for anybody else's approval or judgment of that, then that will actually take off all the pressure from you. Because ultimately, you're not studying because, oh, if I don't get 90%, my mom will kill me, or my teacher will go and complain to my dad. You're not doing it for that. You're doing it because if you get 90%, ultimately somewhere in the future that hard work will pay off and make your life easier. So take off that pressure from yourself for someone else and instead start thinking for your own future and start planning ahead for your own life. That's what you should view marks as.
So you're trying to tell me it's actually doable. I just have to put in my best effort and nobody else is going to tell me that I didn't do well enough.
Exactly. Once you put in your effort, there's nothing else you have to worry about because somewhere, sometime your hard work will pay off. The truth is that yes, performance pressure can be really harrowing. But the other truth is that this is not the only time in your life you're going to feel performance pressure. Performance pressure comes in every sphere of your life. Whether it's now, your first job, your second job, or even your third. You're going to feel pressure to perform very, very well throughout your life. The only thing you can do of this opportunity is take advantage of it. Because school, I assure you, is the only environment where this performance pressure is safe and it's good for you and conducive to your own growth. So you take this and create a positive spin on it and use that sort of pressure only to better and mold yourself for the future. Trust me, no one's going to be better off than you.
Thank you, Kavi. I'm feeling a lot better about my next set of exams now. And thank you for 148 for discussing this topic and helping me feel more confident. And please, if you want to see more topics like this, let us know in the comments down below.
Guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update.
1418. Incredible us.